Hello everyone. It's day 4 in a row out here at one of my favorite locations for spotting eagles in West Michigan. It's a little inland lake that feeds into Lake Michigan. It's kind of hazy today, although it's partly sunny, and I did spot an adult eagle flying around as I was pulling into the parking lot here. So I'm going to go post up out on the observation deck and see what we can get, and I will check in with you in a few minutes. Well, I'm posted up here at the observation deck alongside the lake. I've seen a couple eagles flying around. The male kingfisher that's in this area is perched behind me here, and he's got his back turned to me, so I'm not really going to worry about getting any shots of him right now. But like I said it before, it's a little hazy. We'll see how the light goes today. We'll see how the action is. But as with anything with wildlife photography, you have to be there to get the shots. So here I am yet again. I've got the Z9 with the 800 millimeter on the tripod with the gimbal head. I've got my Z8 with the 180 to 600 strapped on my shoulder here for quick use. And just to give you an idea of where I am, I'll turn the camera around and give you a quick panorama of the scene here. So this is actually in an urban area. It's just off a major 4-lane road, and there's houses all over the place, but this is a really popular nesting spot for eagles. There's a nest across the lake here, and they tend to congregate here in the spring before they pair up for mating. So I'll turn the camera around and give you a quick look. So this is a small cove on part of a larger lake. The lake extends back off to the left of where you're looking now and eventually feeds into Lake Michigan. It's a really beautiful spot. I saw some sandhill cranes out here the other day, and it's a really popular spot for photographers. There are a couple of other folks here that are hoping to catch some eagles today, but that's the scene right now. So I'm going to post up here for a while. We'll see what happens, and I will check in with you later. Well, just had a kingfisher flying and land over here, so I'm going to see if I can get a couple shots, maybe a little video. Well, I took some stills of the kingfisher as it was perched on a branch. There's some dead bushes out in the cove, and he likes to perch there. Then I switched it into video mode, and I put it into high speed so I could slow it down. So all of this is in slow motion now, and you'll see that he's going to fly down here. He's going to dive and catch a fish. Unfortunately, I lost focus and I kind of lost track of him, but I did catch up with him, and he landed on a nearby branch. He has a small fish. It looks pretty good. He's checking out the area to make sure that there are no competitors or predators around that are going to try to take the fish from him. He's going to fluff himself out a little bit, dry off. Continue to scan the area. What he's going to do now is he's going to bang the head of the fish against the branch to try to stun it or kill it, so it makes it easier to swallow. He's going to do that a couple of more times here. And he's going to continue to scan the area, try to decide if there's a better place for him to perch while he tries to swallow the fish. What he's going to do is he's going to fly back over to near where he was originally perched and work on swallowing the fish. Unfortunately, as he's flying over there, because it was all happening so fast, I managed to sort of pan past where he landed, and he was back in the bushes there, but I lost track of him. But I still think it was pretty cool that I got that video, and I'm pretty happy with it. Yep, he's hidden behind the bushes right now. I mean, I can see him, but he's through the bushes. Yeah, he's working on swallowing the fish. Well, thank you for hiding while you swallow the fish. Oh, well, I feel really, really lucky to have gotten any images at all of him with the fish. It's so hard to photograph and video kingfishers. As I often say, it's like trying to nail Jello to a tree. But yeah, no, he hasn't quite finished it yet. He's still wrestling with it. The fish is still alive. I can see it flopping around in there. I'm just not really able to get any any shots because he's really back in the bushes there, and it's really difficult to see what's going on. I mean, the autofocus isn't going to work. I'm trying to focus manually, but there's some branches blocking the way. And he's still got it in its beak. He hasn't swallowed it yet. It's a pretty decent sized fish. You'll see it on the video. Well, that was pretty cool, you know? You can't get everything in the wildlife game. I mean, I wish he was more visible, but that's the way it goes. Well, this is pretty great. He flew to a perch where I can actually see him, and he still has the fish in his mouth. In his beak, rather. Hasn't swallowed it yet, and he's giving me some really good looks here. I'm really happy about this. I wonder if he's ever going to swallow it. Sure seems pretty happy with himself. I mean, I guess I would be if I were him. I'm going to switch back over to camera mode here. So I switched the camera back into stills mode and started shooting, and I came up with some incredible photographs. I didn't realize until last year that kingfishers expel pellets, as do birds of prey. Kingfishers cannot digest bones and scales of the fish they eat, so they cough up pellets. And you can see here that while the kingfisher has the fish in its mouth, it's coughing up a pellet. You can see the pellet coming up in these photos here. And it tossed the fish up in the air. The pellet came out. It caught the fish in its beak again, and the pellet fell off. You can see the pellet starting to separate at this point. And then the pellet's going to fall away in the next frame coming up. You can see the pellet just below the fish. And then the kingfisher went back to moving the fish into a position where it could swallow it head first. So here it is trying to maneuver the fish back into a head first position so it can swallow it. And then I started back into video mode. Well, thank you. That was great. Thank you, Mr. Kingfisher. You just made my whole week here, buddy. You have provided me with so much entertainment this week. I really appreciate it. Nice job, buddy. Yeah, there you go. Fluff yourself out a little bit. You deserve it. Yes, sir. I'm just glad to be here to witness this kind of stuff. I am a truly lucky guy, and that's why I call it lucky dog photography, because I'm really lucky. Wow, what an incredible morning. I didn't really know what to expect when I got down here this morning. Things didn't seem to be really all that active, and it was pretty hazy, and the light wasn't great, but man, the action picked up, and I got some absolutely incredible video of not only an eagle flying around and taking a fish out of the water, but this kingfisher that's been in the area caught a fish and then hung around and took its sweet time swallowing it, and I got video of all that. I am just sort of, verklempt about the whole thing, and I can't wait to get home and take a look at the video. And of course, as soon as I was packing everything up, some eagles flew in and were taking some more fish, so I managed to get a shot of one just after it took the fish and was flying off. That's pretty sweet. But, no complaints. Just one of the great days I've had as a wildlife photographer and videographer, and I'm just so grateful to have the opportunity to do this. And as I said earlier, that's why I call it lucky dog photography, because I truly am a lucky dog. And thanks for being here and letting me share this with you.